Well, I'm back from a great holiday. We interrailed around Europe with my wife and sons. I wish I'd done it years ago. We ended up in Rome for a few days after meandering our way down from Amsterdam, then Berlin, Prague, Vienna, Venice and Tuscany. To tell you the truth, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to trains. When I was young, I used to go by train to school and university. They were a big part of my life. For those of you who are of a certain age, you can probably remember the joys of British Rail tea and standing around in the cold at Crewe station waiting for a connecting train. So here we are in the dog days of summer, which is usually my quietest time of the year. The evenings are getting shorter and the earliest signs of autumn are already here. The new academic year is about to start. The supermarkets will soon have Halloween stuff on the shelves and the first mince pies of the year will appear. The seasons and the rhythms of the year are so intricately woven into what makes us human. I love it. So what's this got to do with hips? Well, I was back at work this week. A patient whose hip I did a few weeks ago told me that she was so happy that she'd had it done in midsummer. Why is that? She said that when she woke in the middle of the night, it was really comforting to know that it would soon be sunrise and the birds would start to sing. Somehow, that made it all much easier for her to deal with the trauma of surgery. I can understand this. I'm a light sleeper and I wake up a couple of times in the night. We live not far from the main railway line. Freight trains thunder along and they often wake me up. If I'm worried about something, the night demons keep me awake for a while. And it all seems so much worse when it's cold, dark and wintry outside. So is there a best time of the year for surgery? A lot of people like to have surgery in the autumn so that they're fully recovered by the new year. Early spring is another busy time because lots of people want to be able to have a summer holiday and see their grandchildren. I know that many of you aren't in a position to choose the timing of your surgery. The waiting lists are dire at the moment, and I understand how difficult it must be having to live with the misery of hip pain and no end in sight. But thinking about the best time for surgery made me look at the scientific literature to see if there's any evidence that the seasons make a difference to the outcome. There has been a bit of work on this. A paper from the United States showed that the incidence of acute wound infections was higher in the summer. This makes sense. If we're hot, we sweat a lot more and bacteria thrive in these conditions. The risk of deep infection, though, is slightly worse in the winter. This might be because people's immune systems are weakened due to seasonal viral infections like colds and flu, or because their vitamin D levels are low. If you're in the fortunate position of being able to choose when to have hip surgery, think about when might be best time for you. Being in the right frame of mind has a big impact on how we recover from surgery. Follow your instincts, they're usually right. If you'd like to know more about this or anything else about hip surgery, then please get in touch. The details are below in the description. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all again next time.